Well, today's message is interesting. It took me a hot minute to kind of just have to process it a little bit before I actually came on to do the message. Boxing may be significant to you. So if you're watching this and there's something about boxing, maybe you've just recently taken up boxing or boxing's been something in your life. I feel like I'm talking to someone that may have had to be a fighter a lot in their lives. You could be male or female, but I feel like I'm probably talking more to masculines here. And interestingly, a song came through to me as well, which is Simon and Garfunkel called The Boxer. And I was just going through the lyrics in my mind because I know that song really, really well. But it starts off, you'll know it, it's like, I am just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told. I can't actually sing because my voice is going. Sorry about that. Please don't go anywhere. Stay. I won't sing anymore. But he's saying, I squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles such are promises. So he basically left home to go into the city to be a boxer. And this is a message I feel for someone that is stepping out of the comfort to go and do something, but it's hard. It's not easy. And there's a bittersweet undertone to it. Because then it goes, all lies in jest, still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. No, ma. Doesn't actually speak there. But that's the thing, is like, we can sometimes be so focused on what we want or what we think we want that we will change the language that we're hearing to suit what we want. You know, we'll pick parts of conversations to reinforce our beliefs. Okay, you can do that in a positive or a negative way. So it's a story about like frustration, loneliness, resilience, a bittersweetness of leaving home to embark on something new. Basically, you can't be in two places at once. And I feel like that's hard for someone here, is like you're struggling with letting go of something in your life. I feel you've had to walk away from something, or there's been a big change. Maybe you've had to move out yourself and you're going into the big city. So I'm talking to somebody that's going through that right now. So let's see these clarifying life situation cards, which, by the way, you can buy on my TikTok shop if you would like to. They are very useful as like a daily tool to pick a card to see what's happening for you. Ooh, okay, we have Web of Connection. I actually really like this card. Weave your connections thoughtfully, creating a supportive web that uplifts your personal and professional journey. So if you are going into the big city, or you are leaving behind something that feels you kind of not outgrown it, but it's just a bit stagnant for you right now and you need something else, now is the time, because I feel like there is a whole tribe out there for you. You know, there is more connections for you. You might be feeling a call or a pull to, you know, see new people, make new friends, be part of something different to what you've known before. If you're coming away from home, come away from home, you know. Some of you, this is a story of like, you're not going back to that place. So this could be like a relationship breakup, or you've just decided like that it's enough for you. Some of you might be going to university or something like that. But this bittersweetness is more on the bitter end than the sweet at the moment with you. This could be to do with you're feeling like things aren't flowing very well. Maybe you're feeling like you're in too much of the fight and not getting enough rest. And as we know, all fighters need rest, you know, you have to have that rest. So you're not done fighting, but you are being guided to not look for the fight, but when the fight finds you, to find peace within it. So this is about you finding the ability to defend yourself through action, but being inactive in looking for it. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost like careful with how you speak, what you say, minding the language that you use when you talk to other people, because I feel like that frustration, or not, I don't want to say desperation, but there's a frustration in your voice that may come across, and it's fluffing up your words, it's making things difficult for you, and all the time you're missing something. You're either missing family, or you're missing a lover, or you're missing something. So it feels like something that was comfortable for you, something that felt easy, safe, you knew it. And now you feel like you're in this environment where you kind of know it, you're getting to know it, but it's hard. It's not easy. And some of you are feeling like, have I made a mistake here? Should I just go back home? You know? So let's get into the tarot. What should you do about this situation? Okay. You've already come so far. You've already put wheels into motion. Is this a pattern of yours where you give up before the good stuff comes in? Do you panic and give up and kind of like go into a self-fulfilling prophecy of, it's never going to work out for me, I'm always going to be struggling with this? Are you? Because it's already there. You've already got this. You just have to keep consistency with it. You just have to keep plugging away at it. This was an opportunity that I feel maybe about a year ago you would have jumped on, but maybe in that year ago you were so comfortable, or you were in a different kind of place, a different space mentally, maybe even emotionally. Now, whatever kicked you up the arse to do this was a good thing, but now is not the time to be on the back foot and stepping back. Yeah, because I kind of see it's already wheels in motion. So it would be foolish to give up right now. There is something that I feel let you down recently. Maybe there was a job offer or something like that happened that it didn't go through, it didn't go forward. And I feel like that's bothered you, as to sort of like, well, if I can't work with this, then what should I do? And I feel like for many of you, that was actually a person that you were partnershipping with, or you kind of wanted to collaborate with, and it didn't really work. Again, this doesn't have to be about work. If it's about a relationship, it could be to do with you thought that maybe this person had children or something like that, or there was a family unit and you thought, yeah, I've got this, but something changed, something didn't quite happen. Maybe they didn't want it in the end. And that was difficult for you, I feel, as a realisation, because you thought that was your destination, like where you were headed, but that changed. And that kind of took your confidence a little bit. It made you feel like they were saying to you that you don't have enough to offer. So again, it could be a job or a relationship. It's different for each collective. But you are, I feel, in that space now, feeling like you are lacking something. You feel like you don't know what you have to offer, and you don't feel like you can go, well, you can't go back to where you were before, previously. So that's where this bittersweet energy is coming in. Okay. I've just read that line again. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. So I feel like maybe somebody promised you something, or they made you think like, yeah, this is the real deal. And then they took the rug from under your feet. And that's kind of affected you in lots of ways. It's affected your trust in moving forward. Like, what if that happens again? I don't know if I can deal with that. And also, it has made you reflect on yourself as to sort of like, well, why wasn't I chosen? Why wasn't I picked for this? When I felt like I'd got everything necessary for this. Why wasn't I chosen? So I'm just going to get a card on that for you. What do you need to know about that to help you move forward? Okay. So you feel like it's because of lack of money or lack of material wealth, that kind of thing. And yeah, it does feel like maybe the person or the situation, it did require you to have a better status or something. So status is a big deal, but that is not on you. That is on the expectation of the other person, or on this other path. But actually, what this is kind of bringing you forward to, and this is what I'm saying, I feel like I'm talking to a lot of men here, a lot of masculines. This is the King of Cups. It's actually helped you to access your emotional self and actually show some compassion to yourself. Yeah, you are wounded, and that's okay to admit that you feel wounded by this. Yeah, lower the pride a little bit, allow yourself to feel that. And now we have the Fool in the upright position. So actually, you kind of need to inhibit that feeling of like, what if this happens again? What if I, and for some of you, I feel like you kind of felt like you had to become something that you aren't. A bit like with this fighter, you've got to act hard all the time. You've got to be something that actually you want to soften a little bit. You want some softness now. And that's what I'm feeling from this is, the frustration, the loneliness, the feeling of needing to be resilient all the time. It's very bittersweet, especially when you're leaving something behind. So this is your opportunity now to really feel into the flow. We have the Knight of Cups, allow that flow. Drop me a DM if you want to book a read.